so distinct. Second he starts singing, it's like, yep, heard that before. I know that voice. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Rosalie. Welcome to the Ultimate Music and Psychology channel. I'm so excited you're here. I got new content coming for you, so make sure to subscribe, and here we go. Shout out today goes to Barbegasi. Thank you so much for buying coffees, for your support. To Apayise for your support. Thank you to Dennis and to Ethan Fullerton. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to JW and to Larry Jack, my amazing patrons. I just want to give you guys a shout out and recognize you because I could not be doing this without your support. You guys are awesome. I'm excited to check something out today by a song called How Not to Drown at the Band Lab Awards 2022. Chvrches and Robert Smith. Chvrches is a Scottish electronic band. Cool. And they are, or referred to as a pop band, synth pop band from Glasgow, from Scotland. That is dope. I don't know if I've featured anyone from Scotland here before. Nice. Very, very cool. And Robert Smith is the lead vocalist from The Cure, the band The Cure. So really cool suggestion. Shout out today goes to Arthur Wolwell. Thank you so much for the suggestion and your patience. Let's listen to How Not to Drown. Oh, I'm already going to look up lyrics because I have a feeling this is going to be good.
I'm writing a book on how to stay conscious when you drive.
Ooh, I like that.
This is the first time I know I don't want the crown. You can take it now. You promised the world and brought me in hanging from a string. Stuck it in my mouth, into my throat, told me to sing. And that was the first time I knew you can't kill the king. It was kiss the ring. Tell
Oh.
me how it's better when the sun goes down. But we'll never escape this time. I wasn't scared when you caught me. Look what it taught me.
Ha, la. That's kind of cool. That's really catchy. She has a really neat vibrato, a really neat vibrato to her voice that adds a cool texture. And it sounds like she has a really great range, starting with those lower notes and then building, adding that crescendo and just kind of showcasing her voice increasingly. Let's keep listening, and we'll talk about the lyrics after. So far, already pretty interesting, even the lyrics alone.
Tell me how it's better if I make no sound. I will
Catchy.
never escape these doubts. I wasn't dead when they burned me. Watches they pull me down.
Not to a chapter, what to do after we dig you up. What to do after you could do hate what you used to love. That was the first time I knew they were out for blood, and they would have your guts.
Tell me how it's better when the sun goes down. We'll never escape this time. I wasn't scared when you caught me. Look what it taught me. Tell
Robert Smith's voice is so distinct. Second he starts singing, it's like, yep, heard that before. I know that voice.
Tell me how it's better if I make no sound. I will never escape these doubts. I wasn't dead when they fired me. Why should they pull me down?
don't want the crown. You can take it. Take it. Take it.
Nice. That was a different genre than what I would listen to on my own time, for the most part. But I like it and it's unique to me. So you can definitely tell that synth pop, synth rock genre. And I've got to say, I really like Lauren Mayberry's voice. She sounds like she has a really great range. Like I said, I love that little bit of that vibrato and the texture of her voice and the range that she has. And it complemented Robert Smith's voice really well. His texture, that lower range, and it's almost a little bit of an airiness, of course, towards the end, the synthesizers and the aura, the energy, kind of added to that. But I like that, and it was catchy. The hook was really catchy, which kind of made you just want to, you know, jam along, and it kind of felt like you can almost imagine being in that crowd there with them, the energy that they're experiencing. What did you think of this composition? How did that make you feel? Do you know the song? Do you know the band Chvrches? The lyrics are interesting. I'm writing a book on how to stay conscious when you drown. Wow. And if the words float up to the surface, I'll keep them down. Sheesh, that's poetic. Okay. Trying to stay conscious when you drown implies to me, and I'm going to look in a second what they may have meant by it. I found an article that I haven't looked at yet that speaks of Lauren's comments on the song, but I want to interpret it myself first and just kind of come at it objectively as much as possible. Staying conscious when you drown implies to me trying to survive, right? And that usually means you're in trouble. You're either literally drowning, your life's at stake, or emotionally, mentally, right? You're not thriving, you're not surviving, something's wrong. You're trying to stay conscious, you're trying to stay awake. If the words float up to the surface, fitting wordplay here with the concept of drowning in a body of water. If the words float up, I'll keep them down. Cool rhyme. Drown, down, simple and straightforward, but very poetic with that wordplay. And this concept, mentally, emotionally speaking, of something floating up, but trying to keep it down, okay? Which when you're drowning, you want to come back up. You're trying to float up to the surface. But keeping those words down, to me, implies this idea of suppressing something. This is the first time I know I don't want the crown. You can take it now. Is this an idea, a reference to fame, to popularity, to being on stage, right? As an artist, is this perhaps this idea of not wanting the crown as in I don't want the recognition? You can take it, right? I'm not looking for that praise. You promised the world and brought me it hanging from a string. Interesting. When you promise someone the world, you promise them everything, right? You promise them the world as in I want you to have it all. And it was brought to him, but hanging from a string. So it's almost like, could this imply that there was strings attached? This idea of there's a condition here, there's an asterisk, a little hook to the contract. I'm not giving this to you freely. It's not an unconditional, generous gift given from the heart, but there's a hook here. Or is it implying hanging from the string as it's fragile? When something's hanging from a string, it's not really secure, right? I wouldn't trust anything hanging from a string because it'll break anytime. That was the first time I knew you can't kill the king and those who kiss the ring. Also interesting because of that reference to the crown earlier. You can't kill the king and those who kiss the ring. Those who kiss the ring implies loyalty to the king. And so if you can't kill the king, is this perhaps referring to, since we're speaking of fame and we're speaking of crowns, is this referring to those who are in a position of power? You can't kill the king. You can't, get rid of the system. You can't, almost like this hopeless concept of there's nothing I can do. Tell me how. It's better when the sun goes down. We'll never escape this town. I wasn't scared when he caught me. Look what it taught me. Tell me how it's better if I make no sound. I will never escape these doubts. I wasn't dead when they found me. Watch as they pull me down. So poetic and profound. I'm not sure what all it means. I'm really just interpreting it how I see and what comes to my mind. The sun going down, escaping a town. To me, I'm thinking, when people are trying to escape town, they're trying to get rid of, or they're trying to leave the town, they feel stuck in a certain place, right? They want to explore the big wide world. They have dreams and goals and aspirations. They feel caught in a rut, perhaps. When the sun goes down, makes me think of someone trying to escape, waiting for dark, and trying not to make a sound. Writing a chapter on what they do after they dig you up. Earlier, it said writing a book on how to stay conscious when you drown. What to do after they dig you up, and what to do after you grew to hate what you used to love. That was the first time I knew they were out for blood and they would have your guts. I feel these lyrics are so poetic, they could be taken any way. It could be talking about the system, a corrupt system, right? Trying to escape town, not being able to kill the king, right? Almost despair at the state of the world and being at the mercy of, as a peasant, as a regular citizen. It could imply to me a reference to mental health, feeling stuck, trying to escape, trying to keep the words down, right? Writing a book, writing a chapter, trying to put in words and grasp that dilemma, if you will, the plight, hating something you used to love, right? It could be a reflection on the fame of people like these band members and people that have grown to a level of popularity where they're being looked at and scrutinized and judged more quickly. And those who watch them, those who have given them the crown, those who deem them kings and queens, they're out for blood. They would have your guts. At the end of the day, maybe people stab you in the back. You think they love you, you think you're safe, but actually you're not. Tell me how it's better when the sun goes down. That repeats. Watch as they pull me down. Who is pulling who down? It's very poetic. Can take it now. I don't want the crown. Really interesting. My initial thought, or my overall thought, would be a reference to fame, to being crowned, being deemed king, not being able to kill that position, if you will, but noticing the people that also praise you or also deem you king also want your blood. You can't really trust people. It's a lonely world at the end of the day. Lots of ways one could take that. The article I found on NME.com says that Lauren Mayberry said, the lyrics of How Not to Drown are about the only time I ever thought about quitting the band. Interesting. Doherty said, the song's release marked the proudest moment of his life in music, having worked with his musical idol Smith. I don't remember where I was, but I remember how I felt. Depressed, anxious, isolated, and as usual, engaging in the only thing that could bring me enough equilibrium to get through the day and to play the show. I was hiding in the most remote corner of some venue making music on my laptop. Also interesting, right? That we don't really remember places sometimes, but how we felt during that time. Feelings are powerful. Important not to let them control us, but to use them and to pay attention to them. On this particular day, I made a demo called Piano Drum Ting. Now it's called How Not to Drown. And it's a collaboration between my band and my all-time music hero, Robert Smith. Doherty shared that he's dealt with depression and anxiety all his life. He was ready to give up on music before he formed the band. Confirmation that even when things seem like they're at their worst, something good can grow. Whilst I may never entirely conquer my mental health issues, they can be a catalyst for something positive, relief for a moment, or something life-changing. Interesting. So there is the connection here between mental health and that. Doherty, by the way, is Martin Doherty is in the band, and he's also on the synthesizer. Yeah, I could see that. Mental health being a struggle, something you may have to work with lifelong, finding comfort in music, finding hope that good things can still happen. Overall, very poetic, very artistic song with a hopeful message, I think, if one dare look through what seems to be negative or depressing. Very interesting. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next ride. Heyo!